subject is body calm. I've been having a lot of people coming in for treatments over the last few weeks, and I've noticed there's a lot of stress out there. So I wanted to look into how we can reduce stress and anxiety fast and bring you some techniques. But I thought also what I found quite interesting was learning what's happening within the body and why am I feeling like this? Because I think if you can understand and see the body more as a machine and not just this is who I am, then you can start to do practical steps to not let it overwhelm you, because you understand what's going on within the body. So to look at this, we have to look at the nervous system. Now, your nervous system is comprised of your central nervous system, which is the brain and the spinal cord. So the brain has got this stem coming off it that travels down your spinal cord. And then you've got the peripheral nervous system, which is all the nerve cells around that carry information to or from the central nervous system. And these nerve cells are called neurons, and they're adapted to carry the electrical impulses from one place to the other. But we've also got a newer founded system called the enteric nervous system. And this is in the gut, and it's an enormous number of neurons, so those nerve cells that carry information, specifically associated with your gastrointestinal tract to control its many functions. And it's said to be that there's more neurons inside your gut than in the entire spinal cord and brain itself. And some people are calling it the second brain. So in short, to keep it quite simple, because that's what I like to do with these things, your nervous system is running everything. So your nervous system, you've got your autonomic nervous system, and that's called that because it works automatically without conscious effort. And its primary function is to bring the body back into a state of balance or homeostasis. And it controls things like your digestion, your metabolism, urination, defecation, blood pressure, your sexual responses, your body's temperature, your breathing rate, and your fluid balance. And that splits into the sympathetic and parasympathetic. So your sympathetic nervous system stimulates your fight or flight response. And it does this by regulating the heart rate, the rate of respiration, your pupil response. And this is when your body feels in danger. That's when the fight or flight kicks in. So that's your sympathetic. And then you've got your parasympathetic. And this one stimulates the rest and digest or feed and breed response. And this stops the body from overworking and restores calm. So your fight or flight is brilliant if you're in danger, because it's going to give you the adrenaline, it's going to give you everything you need to get out of danger. But the problem is we seem to be getting stuck in the fight or flight part. And when the parasympathetic, that rest and digest, just isn't coming into place, which leaves us totally out of balance. This is a really simple diagram that it shows what happens with a healthy nervous system. You've got this normal range here. And all day long, we're sort of going on a bit of a journey to the sympathetic, then back into calm with the parasympathetic, then something will happen and we're going into sympathetic. But we're staying within that normal range. This is what, we feel emotions, which are energy in motion. And we need to feel those emotions. They're how we experience life. But if we can feel them within this normal range, then we're, on the whole, quite calm. But what happens is when you have undischarged traumatic stress or unprocessed traumatic stress, then it looks a bit more like this. So you have a traumatic event here on the left. Now, that could have happened at any point in your life. And it triggers a response, which might briefly take you out of the normal range, but then you can come back down into the normal range again and you feel quite calm. So you're going up and down, and then suddenly you might get stuck in on. So you're now out of the normal range. And when you're in that part, you're feeling things like anxiety, panic, hyperactivity, what else is it out there? Inability to relax, restlessness, chronic pain, sleeplessness, hostility, and rage. So if you get stuck in there and you don't have ways to bring you back into that normal range, then this could be how you're feeling. Now, equally, you can get stuck in off down here. And if you're stuck in off, then you might be feeling a bit depressed, flat, tired all the time, exhausted, chronic fatigue, disconnection. Pain is also associated with that, lower blood pressure, poor digestion. So you can see how important it is that you find ways to bring you back into that normal range so you don't get stuck on or off. Here's another diagram which shows a similar thing. This is your normal range here in the middle. And if you're coming out and you're getting stuck in the hyper aroused state, your fight or flight response, then again, it's saying those words: anxiety, overwhelm, chaotic responses, rigidness. You know, when you see people coming in for a massage and they're just so tight, they could be stuck in this hyper aroused state. Also in there, it can affect your behavior, your thoughts, your eating, addictions, and impulsivity. And then down here in the hypo aroused response, that's where you get that freeze response. So you might have heard of fight, flight, and freeze. You can see how they're two different parts. So hyper is fight and flight, but freeze is hypo aroused. And this is where you can feign death response. Now you see some animals doing this. When they're in danger, they freeze and play dead. And that is what they've gone into the hypo-aroused response. And I've actually experienced that myself when something quite traumatic happened to me as a teenager. And I literally couldn't move. And it was just terrifying. And I didn't understand at that time that they said what had happened had gone into that hypo-aroused bit. So disassociation, not feeling very present in the world. You've shut down. The lights are on, but no one's home. You can kind of see it in someone's eyes when they're in this state. They feel disconnected, might be doing things on autopilot. No display of emotions, start to feel really flat. So this is explaining just what's happening within the body. It's not you, it's a response from your body. And you've either gone up into hyper or you've got stuck down in hypo. And we want to talk about some ways today to get you back into this normal range, so you've got the ability to self-soothe and get yourself back into there yourself. So we look at ways. Now obviously we're going to talk about essential oils, and we're going to talk about why essential oils are so good, but there are other things you could be doing as well. And here's some ideas. Just if you're feeling like this, getting up and going for a walk, moving your body, getting outside into nature. Maybe writing your thoughts, getting it out of your head and onto paper can help. We've got our diffusing essential oils, and even number 5, taking supplements. So lifelong vitality, one of the things that a lot of people tell me is that it affects their mood. Calling a friend and having a chat, learning to say no. Are you always saying yes to everything and then you're getting totally overwhelmed, which we now know as being stuck in hyper or hypo? Then learning to say no more often, putting yourself first. Having a playlist of music that just cheers you up and putting that on when you recognize that you're coming out of your normal range. Practicing gratitude. Gratitude automatically raises your vibration, or now we'll call it bring us back into that normal range. So if you're feeling really flat, just finding one thing in your life that you're grateful for. And then the next morning, find 2 things. Then the next day, find 3 things. And what you'll find is it will get easier as the week goes on, finding 4 things, then 5 things. And then before you know it, you've switched your way of thinking and you're not focusing on the negative things anymore. You'll start to focus on the positive. And then taking deep breaths, breathing in your essential oil at the same time. Let's combine some of these techniques. Why that works so well, and you've heard me say this a lot, but to remind you, when you breathe in an essential oil, it gets taken into your limbic part of the brain, and that's your emotional brain. And then from there, it's going to trigger a chemical response, flooding your body with the hormones that you need. So the quickest way to support your mood is aromatic use of your essential oils, which is having them going in the diffuser or putting a drop on your hand and just taking a few minutes out to breathe it in. There was some research that I found quite interesting in PubMed that the effects of inhaling rose and patchouli together they noticed up to 30% reduction on sympathetic activity in normal adults. And last week we were looking at blending essential oils and how the positive effects of putting more than one oil together. So if you've got rose, if you got it last month now, and patchouli, try putting them together and see what effect that has on your mood. But I found the daily routine for stress, and I thought this could be something that people that really are struggling and stuck in one of those areas could try. And this is using copaiba. Now, copaiba, we know, works on the same receptors in the brain as CBD oil, and it's amazing for anxiety and pain. And we saw that pain was associated with stress. So you could apply your copaiba behind the neck or under the tongue to reduce your anxious feelings and calm your mind. Frankincense is another one that's very good for supporting your nervous system and bringing you back into that state of calm. So a drop of frankincense daily under the tongue. Some people like to use their frankincense in the evening because the body does naturally heal itself while we sleep. So they'll use the frankincense then so that it's going in and it's giving that cellular support while you sleep. Balance on the bottom of your feet is a definite. There's a video on YouTube, the effects of balance. I'll put it in the Facebook group. I'll put the link in so you can see it. The effects of the blood on your blood within a few seconds of putting balance on the bottom of the feet. And emotionally, it's very grounding. And I like to I notice if I don't do it now, my day just doesn't go as well as it normally does. So it's very grounding. It brings scattered energy back in. And then you've got wild orange. So you can diffuse it or inhale it deeply if you're feeling overwhelmed during the day. Or go with the adaptive blend, which has got wild orange in it, but it's also got copaiba in it, magnolia. I think what else is in there. I think I might have a slide next. Adaptive was put together by doTERRA, so by their team of experts at blending essential oils, putting these oils together that will help us to adapt and transition through difficult situations. And then Citrus Bloom, a really lovely uplifting blend that you can use as well during the day to promote positivity and calm. So if you're looking for a stress kit, those would be the oils that you could have in your kit. There we go. So adaptive, lavender, magnolia, wild orange. Then you've got the spearmint, so that it's going to help to focus. And then rosemary, which is another one. It's all about knowledge and transition. And you've got your copaiba in there as well. So they really have thought about the oils in that blend to come up with a blend that's good for anxiety and stress. Now, I've been reading a book. It's another book called Body Calm. You can see the picture there on the page. And I haven't got all the way through it yet, but one of the things I found in here was a really good technique to bring yourself back to a state of calm, or a quick way to get yourself back into that normal range. So what I thought we'd do together is go through this technique so you can see how easy it is. And then you can screenshot this part of the presentation if you're watching it in Facebook. And then you've got the affirmations for each part of the body that we're going to go through. So I'm suggesting now to get one of your calming oils. So have a look and see if you've got any of those on the screen. And if you haven't, you might have your own favorite calming oil. So I'm going to use, what am I going to use? I'm going to use some wild orange today. So if everyone could grab an oil. And then we're going to start off by just putting a drop onto the palm of your hand and rubbing your hands together. And then bring your hands up to your face and start to take 3 long, deep breaths. So deep breaths in and slow breaths out. Just giving your space now to relax. Feeling yourself, feeling your shoulders relaxing, your body relaxing. The next 5 minutes or so, everything else can wait. This is all about you. Now, on your next in-breath, set your intention to connect deeply and with gratitude with your chosen oil or blend. And ask that the essence of the blend comes into your meditation space now. And just take a moment with your oil to ask why it has chosen to work with you today. How can it help you at this time? Now set your intentions for your practice by considering what you would like to focus on most today. Perhaps you've been feeling very stressed out recently and want to return to a state of calm. Perhaps you've been feeling upset, angry, anxious, or maybe there's a physical condition you want help with. So set your intentions now by asking your oil to help you with this. Now on the next in-breath, taking a deep breath of your oil and take your awareness right down to your feet. And here, place the affirmation, I am secure. Feel yourself starting to ground and connect with the earth, giving your body permission to rest. And feel that deep sense of calm start flowing through your body, knowing that the relaxation state has been activated within. Now on your next in-breath, breathe the oils down to the base of your spine and place the affirmation, I am supported. And just notice how quickly this affirmation, combined with your oil and your breath, instantly releases any feelings of being unsupported and allows you a moment to see all the people that do support you in their own way, including all the beautiful ways that you support yourself. Now take another deep breath of your oil and breathe it down into your belly button. You might want to place a hand over your belly button now. As you feel the warmth from your hand combined with the healing of the oil, place the affirmation, I am strong. Just rest here for a few breaths and notice any feelings that come. Letting go of any fear as you fully step into your body's innate natural power and the healing and protection it brings. Now take another deep breath of your oil and breathe it down into your solar plexus, just under your rib cage. And placing your hand over your solar plexus now, place the affirmation, I am calm. And with this comes a feeling of harmony. As you begin the process of healing your relationship with your emotions, bringing a feeling of balance within. Now moving that hand up to your heart and breathing your oil down into your heart. As you place the affirmation, I am open. And feel your heart connecting with your mind. As you release any beliefs and experiences associated with feeling hurt, overwhelmed, and disconnected. And as your heart opens fully, a stream of love rushes in, enhancing your capacity to love and be loved. Now moving your hand up to your throat. Breathe your oil down into your throat. And place the affirmation, I am kind. And allow these feelings of kindness, compassion, forgiveness to flow up your spine and into your throat. Bringing with it the ability for you to communicate your innermost feelings in a gentle, kind, and compassionate way. Now moving your hand to your forehead and breathing your oil up into your third eye chakra. And place the affirmation, I am free. And as you do this, any restrictions placed on you by yourself or others will gently lift away. As you realize on a soul level how you are in fact able to choose your own destiny and be and do whatever you want. With this realization, a complete feeling of mind calm washes over you, freeing you from any nagging thoughts as you rest for a few breaths in this beautiful inner stillness. Now on your next in-breath, breathe your oil into your head and place your hand on top of your head. And with one hand on your head and the other one over your heart, place the affirmation, I am worthy. And if your arm starts to ache, it's okay to bring it down to your heart. And receive the teaching that you are what you seek. If you want peace, love, joy, forgiveness, freedom, compassion, love, you need look no further than yourself. And with this knowledge, you become consciously aware of the aspect of self that is all of these supreme states and more. And you open up to the inflow of positive virtues. And give yourself permission to be present in all of these beautiful states of being now. Now breathing in that oil again. Breathing it right down to your toes. And then holding the breath for a moment, allowing the energy to build. And on the out breath, send it out into the space around your physical body, out into your aura. And here into your aura, you place the affirmation, I am enough. And as you focus on this affirmation and what it means to you, I am enough, you wake up to the reality that you are fully deserving of love without needing to do, prove, or improve yourself in any way. Just being here now, resting into the presence of your own uniqueness, your body becomes a perfect reflection of the inner peace that you feel. Bringing your hands up to your face for one last deep breath of your oil or blend. Focus your attention on your whole body and place the affirmation, I am healed. And think back to the beginning of this meditation and the intentions that you set. And see, sense, and feel yourself healed from whatever you requested at that time. The speed at which your body can go back into balance is only limited by your beliefs and expectations. And to magnify its power, while thinking it, let yourself feel it too. As you repeat again, focusing on your whole self, I am healed. And just stay in this space for a few moments more, enjoying the feelings of calm, feeling a sense of gratitude for the healing this oil has started in you today. And knowing that you can come back to this meditation with this or any oil in the future. The more you experience meditating with the oils, the quicker the response will be. You can use this for any physical or emotional support. You're only limited by your imagination and your desire to heal. But for now, take a few deep breaths and start to bring your awareness back into the room you're sitting in. The room all around you, the chair beneath you. Take a few deep breaths, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Now, we did that together quite slowly today, so you could really experience it, and you can. It's a lovely practice to do daily. But equally, you could take a picture of that screen and have it on your phone, and just take a moment with your oil and just repeat those affirmations. I'm secure, I'm supported, I'm strong, I'm calm, I'm open and kind. I'm free, worthy, and enough. I am healed. And while you're coming back round, I want to share with you a page from this book, the Body Calm book, I found quite interesting. And it was saying the speed at which your body can heal, when given the right thoughts and emotions, has been shown to be quite remarkable. A few years ago in Beijing, China, at a medicine-free hospital, a woman diagnosed with cancer in her bladder, measuring 3 inches in diameter, was healed in under 3 minutes with the help of practitioners standing around her, repeatedly chanting, already healed. Ultrasound footage of the remarkable event showed the cancer dissolving to nothing during that short time. And in a video about it, Greg Braden said the healing occurred within the presence of the language that heals, and that the key to healing was the patient's belief in the process and the practitioner's ability to fully feel the experience the patient was already healed. This calm thought is an example of language that heals. To magnify its power while thinking it, let yourself feel it too. And that's what we did in that meditation at the end. Embodying that experience, I am healed, while having your focus in the entire body can be very powerful indeed. So there's a reminder, your daily oil routine, along with the guided meditation or practice of breathing oils in. Copaiba, behind the neck or under the tongue. We'll do that in the morning. Frankincense in the evening, under the tongue. Balance in the morning on the bottoms of your big feet, bottoms of your big feet, bottoms of your feet. Wild orange, adaptive, citrus bloom to help you out during the day, bringing those moments of calm. And remember, it's not just about sitting quietly in meditation. Journaling can be a really powerful way to get these thoughts that you experience during the meditation out onto paper. And a lovely oil blend to use with journaling would be adaptive and tangerine. So adaptive is going to be really calm, but tangerine is going to bring you lots of creative ideas.